Check Dáil who I understand is sharing his remaining 10 minutes with
Right.
Connolly. Agreed. Done.
Thank you, Laskin Corla. I'd like to thank Maureen O'Sullivan for giving me the opportunity to say a few words. I have to say the blame game continues, and it even continues in this House tonight, and as far as I'm concerned, there's far too much shadow boxing relating to both Brexit and indeed the formation of the Northern Assembly. I have to say respect is a two-way process. Whether it's in this House, in terms of people's opinions, we're all entitled to hold them and express them in any democracy. But as far as I can see, some people and some parties seem to continue to thrive on crisis, when in fact the solution is to stop shadow boxing and get down and do the business that's required. And that is to form the Assembly, and indeed some parties could play a major role both in ensuring that the prospect of a hard border doesn't happen by taking their seats in Westminster, and indeed forgetting some of the squabbles and quarrels that go on in the interest of both countries, and particularly the people of Northern Ireland. I have to say that, having lived the border for many years, there's a lot of middle ground out there. I often describe them as the silent majority. We do not want the return to what was often described as the Troubles. In this context, we need also to be reminded that while the levels of violence post-Good Friday Agreement have disappeared from our TV screens and the media, the reality is that in excess of 150 people have been killed in the north of Ireland since the signing of the Good Friday Agreement in paramilitary activity on both sides, not to mention the hundreds that have been maimed. Indeed, if you Google today paramilitarism in Northern Ireland, you will come up with at least 3, if not 4 instances in the last 3 or 4 days that show how fragile the peace process is. The lack of agreement on reforming the Assembly in the North has many consequences in this regard. Just despite the urgency in the voice of Brexit, the need for leadership as opposed to one-upmanship has debased real politics. It is incredible that so many democratically elected Northern Ireland representatives cannot, and I say it again, cannot park the contentious issues and deal with the current issues that are extremely and much more important at this minute in time. To the Brexit and the border, if Theresa May's recent speech, she said, "We chose to leave. We have a responsibility to find a solution." I would suggest that the we is the royal we. The context and legal standing of the solutions which were put forward on December the 15th were unclear, and I welcome the proposal to put this text in legal format. Conclude by saying, for God's sake, park your differences. Brexit and peace and prosperity on this island. And I respect the Irish language. I respect all of the issues that people need to show respect on. But we need to park it at this minute in time.